Hey, what's going on, everybody? JC at it back again. Part two, talking about lust. The first edition was with Coach Rod, so y'all want to check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, and it's also on the Facebook page, so I want to check it out. Y'all can. So everybody gather around. Ms. Watts is here joining me tonight. So everybody holler, gather around. Part two of lust from a woman's point of view. You know. Everybody gather around for part two. Let's see what you got to say. She's very animated into the conversation, you know. What's going on, Keisha? How are you doing? What's going on, Yolanda? What's going on, everybody? So, Ms. Watts, introduce yourself to everybody, you know.
Sure. My name is Dwana Watts, and I am a mother, was a wife for 27 years, and have a tendency of being a couples coach.
All right, then. Oh, my God. Okay.
You okay?
Okay, anyway, my fault. What's going on, Terrence? What's going on, Yolanda? Well, yeah, part two. So you had a lot of stuff to, you had a lot of stuff to say to Coach Rod about lusting, and you didn't, you didn't
Well,
really agree with
first,
some of his points. So
well,
just kind of discuss what you agreed with him, what you disagreed with, what he had to say about lusting and
okay,
stuff.
okay. Hi, Remy. Yes, first of all, I want to say this. First and foremost, to all the brothers out there, we love you, black men. Okay, we do. There's a lot of good females out there, and I want you guys to maybe stop putting all us women under the same umbrella because you took it, had to take a one for the team. You took a little hurt. We as women take hurt too. So I want to say that to the women as well. Don't put all the brothers under the same umbrella because all of them aren't the same. And
Exactly.
to the coach, I want to say thank you for sharing your opinion. I did agree with a lot of it, but there were some pieces that I didn't agree with. Yesterday, we opened up the conversation with do you think a woman could raise a son to be a man? And a lot of you guys said no, we can't do it. I mean, we had our points as to far what we could and couldn't do. So I say to the coach, with all love and all respect, um, I just want to share a woman's point of view. I get you're trying to express your point in that, but I just want to share it. I'm sorry, Jonathan. What's so funny?
No, go on. No, go on, go on. I'm good.
Okay,
Go
okay,
on.
okay. Okay,
All
hi,
right.
Denise.
Hold it.
Okay, okay, okay. Some of the things, well, the subject was lust. Okay. Let me give my opinion, and it's only my opinion on this lust thing. First of all, lust, anything you do in great quantities isn't a good idea. So if you choose to lust in great quantities, like lust after female after female, that's not a good idea. But you have to admit that when you first meet someone, just from the eye, just from the physical, just from the visual, there is a little lust involved on both sides. Okay. So lust is not always a bad thing, it's a part of meeting. Okay. You lust you lust after
Hold
the
on. He was
physical.
breaking up a little bit.
Huh?
Go on. No, so you breaking up a little bit. Go on. What were you
Yeah.
saying?
Unfortunately, I'm getting texts while I'm talking. So yeah, but you
Oh.
you lust after the physical first. Secondly, I want to say that every female you run into don't need you to pay a bill and isn't in need of exchanging sexual favors for you doing so. So I know he kind of touched coach kind of touched based on women asking men to pay their bill or men offering to pay their bill because they want cookies in the end. And you know what I'm saying when I say cookies.
Now you
PG
gotta, you
13.
gotta, you
PG
gotta,
13.
you gotta make it known what that means, because a lot of us don't know what that means.
Come on.
Maybe
If
less
we're
of a.
active, we know cookies. Only
Oh,
girls
okay,
have
okay, okay, okay.
only girls have cookies.
I'm trying to get the
So
audience, where you trying to come from. But go on.
okay. So that's just to say we don't need men to pay our bills and we don't need to exchange favors for the bills being paid. If a
Exactly.
gentleman decides to help a female out that he is seeing, that he's dating, that he's sleeping with, then that's not a bad situation for that gentleman. It's okay. It's okay. Women,
Exactly.
you don't have to feel like you're obligated to give him any favors because he's done these things for you. So I don't agree that uh, there is different favors. Yes, I mean there are different favors. You're correct to say that, but
Flavors,
we're
not
not
flavors.
obligated to it. We're not obligated to it,
No.
and most of all, Terrence, and most of all, we should know that if you lust behind someone, then lust doesn't always lead to sex. You can see someone who's a nice looking person and physically and mentally lust behind that person doesn't mean that you're going to have sex with that person. We the gentleman coach also touched base on this was the best on being submissive. Ladies, if you don't no what do you, men, if the woman isn't submissive to your view, then you keep it moving. Well, that's so old. We're not obligated to be submissive. Submissive, so you should be submissive from both ends. A man could be
Exactly.
submissive to a woman's point of view, and she could be submissive to his. They could come together as one, make a decision, and go forward. All decisions aren't just made by men. I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from, but not sure where it's going. Again, I respect him. He said a lot of amazing things.
He
He
did. This is a good
did.
thing.
And yeah, he did. And if he's helping one person out of the three or 400 people that may be listening or that goes back and review what he's saying, that's good within itself. But we have to remember that in nowadays and now times, they're equal. We're equal. Men, don't be afraid to introduce yourself to a female and try to get to know her. Stop allowing your last hurt to dictate your next step. Women too, don't let that last hurt dictate your next step. You dictate it yourself. Stop staying on the ground when you're pushed down. Get up, brush yourself off, and keep it moving. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of lust between two people. And again, you confuse lust with sex and sex with love and all those three components. They're three different things in life, and we're grown ups. If we
Yeah.
choose to lust other after one another and we leave that lust on that in that status, we can do that. We're grown, okay? If we choose to take that lust into that sex mode, we can do that. We're grown, okay?
No,
But if
I'm
it
not saying what
turns
Terrence
into
said.
love, if it turns into love, that's an amazing thing. Go for it. But don't get the three confused. It's very important that you don't get those things confused. Why do you laugh,
Exactly.
Jonathan? What is it
No,
that
I'm
you
just in a
think
good
of?
mood. I mean, I got the fresh cut, as you can see. Got me a new
Oh, I
shirt, so I'm
see. Oh,
feeling pretty
let
good,
me
refreshed.
comment.
But anyway, what's going on, Angelo, Terrence, Sharon, Brittany, Denise, Lachey, Danita, Janelle? What's going on, everybody? But yeah, though, you was talking about, people doing favors and stuff. I feel like a man should just do that just because he's in your presence. He shouldn't be forced. He should just do it for the kindness of his heart. Open doors for you, help you out with your tire, help you out with your yard work, etc. Helping you pump your gas, etc. Like it shouldn't have to be no kind of.
Well, those type of things
Uh,
definitely don't get any favors added to it. That's not that's
uh,
not that's not enough to, you know, do
exactly, but
favors for.
that's the mindset a lot of brothers have is that they really do expect sex if you just open the door or you just be chivalrous towards her and stuff. A lot of dudes have the mindset where they're entitled to a woman's body just because you took her out to Applebee's or Old Charlie's or
Really, really,
Red Lobster, etc.
really.
Um,
Unless he's taking me to Applebee's or Old Charlie's in the Caribbeans or something, that doesn't equal giving up my cookies. It just
exactly.
doesn't. Okay. And I don't want any guy to think that, and I don't want the coach to feel like I'm, crossing what he says, but that doesn't, for a real woman, that doesn't equal that. Now, you might run into a few girls out there, gentlemen, that it may equal to. And I say to you, stop looking for girls and look for women.
Exactly.
Ladies,
Like I
stop
said,
looking
go
for
and find your
boys
queen.
and look for men. I saw a guy today, he had to be in his 50s. He had his cap on, cocked to the side, his pants dragging. I mean, got the slouch look going on. That tells me his attraction is younger women or younger girls, because women would not be attracted to that. But yet I can look at him and see he's well in his 50s. Stop doing those type of things, guys. Start staying in your lane. The bottom line, stay in your lane. And in your lane, you'll find some amazing women, established women, women who already have their own. They're not looking for yours. And if you choose to do a little favor or, get her nails done, get her toes done, that's amazing, because that means you're a real man or a gentleman. But it doesn't mean that the cookies are available. And
Exactly.
then,
Okay, we have a
and
few
ladies,
comments. Oh, never mind. Go on.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying we have a few comments. Brittany said, "Is the point of this video to teach us not to lust, or is it okay to lust? What's your like? Is it saying okay to lust or not to lust? Like,
You
what's the
lust
topic?
automatically. That's
Yeah,
not
you
even an
lust
option. You
automatically.
have no right. You have absolutely no choice. Jonathan, let's say, just for example, I see you.
Uh
Nice
oh.
looking young man.
Uh oh.
Okay. I might
Oh
no,
no.
I mean I'm just we're using
I'm a little
examples.
afraid,
We're
but
using examples. You take the compliment, take it. I see you, nice looking young man. I'm gonna lust. My visual is gonna lust for you. My mental is gonna lust for you. But I don't know you yet. I don't know you.
oh,
So if I choose
yo,
to come
maybe.
and meet you, and we're speaking hypothetically, if I choose
Yeah,
to
yeah.
come to meet you and you're just as attractive, then a portion of your body, a portion of your mind is going to lust for who I am without sex. Lust doesn't always equal sex. Now, if
Exactly.
we choose to exchange numbers and go out a few times and we choose to take the relationship further, and if we choose to add that sex in, that
Yeah,
doesn't make us wrong. That makes us human. And it's okay to be human, even,
exactly.
even out under the eyes of the creator. He created us. He know exactly what's going to happen when the attraction hits. But you
Yeah,
respect one another. You don't take it to a level of abuse. You don't use it to get your bills paid, and you don't use it by paying a few bills. You just
exactly.
don't. So
Yeah, like I said,
we're
no, go on.
I'm sorry, I was looking to read some of the comments. I'm not sure where we are. So I see Remy. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Keisha. Hi,
Yeah, what's
Yolanda.
going on? What's going on, Asia? What's going on, sis? How you doing, sis, tonight? What's going on, Cynthia? But yeah, though,
Niece.
you said something about lusting when you first meet somebody. Yeah, that's right about that. But I feel like a lot of people they they equate lust as in love as far as they may be sleeping with a man or woman. They feel like that they're in love because of the interaction that they have. So you got to differentiate as far as you lusting over somebody in love with you. There's different
Well,
stuff.
that's
So
where
you're
you
going
right, but that's where you separate the grown-ups from the kids. Okay? That's where you separate. You cannot if you confuse all three or even two, you might as well just be doomed because you don't know. You have no control of where the whole thing is going to go. But if you stay within your own stable mind and understand where you are within that relationship, within that friendship, within that friend with benefit relationship, if you stay where within your lane, you'll be fine. If things change, then maybe talk about it with that person. Things may have changed with them, and you just haven't noticed. But I'm gonna tell you, if you even within a lust relationship, a friend with benefit relationship, when things change, you'll know. If things are growing, you'll see that person more. That person will want to be with you more. He's going to want to be around you more. And that's what you want. But if those things never occur, then don't go for it. Stop telling yourself he loves me when he never said it. And if he said it and he's only saying it to get sex, then stop telling yourself that it's real. Because we're grown. We know what's real and what's not. Sometimes we have a tendency of wanting more than we need. The coach mentioned something about going to the preacher or going to the pastor and praying for this man to want you and to love you. I wish I would. I wish I would pray for a man. Oh, I want a man to want me and love me, but if this man is not the one, then I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna be good because I'm worth it. I may not be perfect, but I'm sure it's hell worth it.
exactly.
Just keeping
And
it real.
you said $1 million answer. You said you worth it. So you gotta, like I said, don't sit there and settle. You want something more
Right.
than just a sexual encounter. You want a marriage. You want anything long term. Why sit there and settle? Or just
Yep.
be honest
So
with, yeah, just be honest with your intentions. Let them know, like, look, this is what I want, friends
please be
benefit.
honest. Please,
Looking for a
you
good
can't go
time.
wrong.
Ain't looking for no relationship, ain't looking for nothing serious.
You can't,
So, you know,
but aren't we a little too old to be lying?
well, I
People
mean,
who
a lot of
lie
men,
for
they tend to
something.
lie, try to be
Right,
manipulative, trying to
right,
be behind the back
right,
door.
right. But people who lie fear something, whether that fear
Oh,
be
oh,
uh,
Coach Rod, he online. Oh, your boy online, Coach Rod. What you gotta say to Coach Rod? You have a little. What you gotta say to
I
Coach
didn't say
Rod?
coach lie.
No, he
No, coach is
online.
like no, I didn't say coach lie. I'm sure he don't lie. He is really expressing what he actually feels. He's really expressing what appears to be correct to him. But it's going to be hard for coach to express what a woman's feeling, other than the few that comes across his path and tell them what they're feeling. Those are those individual. I could only speak for the majority of us. A majority of us not getting with a guy to get in his pocket to get their bill paid. Plus, let me tell you something. If I ever did something like that, it wouldn't be the light bill. It'll be the mortgage. Okay, let's keep it real. All right. I don't need him to pay the light bill. I don't want him to pay the water bill. If I was to ever, it would definitely be the mortgage. But I would never do that to a guy. And for the guys that out there, the black men who question the black women's love and the black women's trust and the black women's respect, we have those things. I think the first time we got together, met Jonathan, I told you I enjoy being a girl. We have those things. I don't have any problem with a man leading me as long as he's leading me in the right direction. And as long as he's not telling me, come on, B. No, you grab my hand and you show affection and you lead me in that right direction. And
Exactly.
if I wanna always have a voice. Every woman has a voice. Ladies, use them. You don't have to put up. Use your voice. And just like the coach said, guys, if it doesn't work out, then step, go, leave. Women, if it's not what you want, let it go. Trust me, there are other fish in the sea, other tigers
Uh,
in the woods, other lions
I
in the
don't know
jungle.
about that.
There you go.
I don't know
Other
about all
lions
that.
in the jungle.
Y'all.
I
Like I
made it
said in the
up, Johnny.
last video, I said y'all choices are really limited. far as decent brothers. You know, they're not too many JC or Cole Raz or Mario out here for y'all to choose from. So they're really limited, you know. But anyways, I just
Yeah,
had
they
to point
might
that
be
out.
limited, but depends on where you look. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
it's
true.
limited women depending on where you look.
I
If you
mean, no,
looking
I
for
feel like
Tamika and Tamika got 3 kids and Tamika ain't working and Tamika bopping and doing all this, well, guess what? Tamika gonna get in that pocket. And even though Tamika giving you that good, it's not gonna be worth it in
I
the
ain't
end.
know we were.
Okay? You
But
gonna
no, but I
find
feel
you
like, uh,
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, you know, I just feel like, you know, as far as just men aspect, like I said in the last video, we got to think with the head on our shoulders, not twin our legs and stuff. A lot of times
Right.
we're not evaluating these women. We're not we're not, you know, putting them through any kind of test, any kind of challenge. We're just looking at her body like, okay, she checked, she's good to go, etc. So we got to do a better job with actually taking the time to know her character, her morals, actually get the time to date her, meet her family, especially meet her father, and get to know him, and establish a relationship with the people who's been closest to her. You know, not just be
Right.
all trying to be in the bed and stuff like that. I mean, that's okay, but I mean, just at least try to get to know the person and stuff, because
Of
a lot of
course, you
stuff,
should. Unless you
yeah.
have a different agreement. But yeah, you should. Janelle Robinson, I think it's natural to want someone, but how you control it determines the lust label. Correct. I agree, Janelle. Hi, Janetta Massey. Miss Linda Winchester, hello. Denise Smith, you thirsty. Who? Jonathan? Or me, Denise?
Uh-oh.
Who's who's thirsty,
I'm
Denise?
chilling.
Because I,
I'm chilling
I'm
tonight.
gonna let
I'm
her
chilling.
answer. I'm gonna let her come back with an answer before we respond. Brittany, hello. Terrence says
Yeah,
truth.
no, like Brittany said, we should stay away from lust and it opens door for the enemy. I completely agree that we should not use lust as an excuse to cover up the behavior. Your behavior is intentional, and that intentional behavior you run across different hurdles that are uncalled for. But
Let me see.
yeah,
Women
you're right
at
about
more than
that, you
$10,
know.
$15 an hour have hard times listening. What? Who's this? Terrence. Women that more than $15 an hour have a hard time listening. Explain that, Terrence. We come back. How does the title lust
Terrence,
appeal?
no, bro, no. Like I said, you acting like a man. Trust me, she will follow. She will follow your leadership if you're leading in a healthy manner, which comes natural, and you love her completely, and yes, submission will come natural. But if you're not, then it won't come. Then you know she's gonna look at you side eyes if
Mhm.
you're not, you know, holding your end of the bargain. You know.
Right. I'm looking at one of Janelle's posting. I feel when all you want from a person is sexual gratification, that is lust. If you don't know nothing about them, but they can make you turn on, that is straight lust. But I think that when you first meet someone, you don't know anything about them,
Yeah,
but
you
you're
really don't.
attracted to them. And that attraction is a form of lust. It's not, I
Yeah.
mean, the forbidden lust is a man or a woman lusting after that person and then that person and they lust after that person and after that person. You lust for one another when you first lay eyes, and that's it. I mean, you don't take it to an extreme. I wouldn't take it to an extreme, but it is what it is. But there's nothing wrong with lusting after your mate, yeah, and you lust after your mate before you meet them. I was responding to a comment about submission. Terrence, I don't remember what that Terrence. He said he
Terrence
was
said
a.
when a woman makes more money, then they want the rate to flow in the household. You know, basically he's saying that basically that's what I was trying to tell him. Like, no, no.
I made more money
Basically,
than
because
my
like
husband.
he's married in his life. He's saying basically once he she makes the most money, she dictates when they're gonna have sex, when they're gonna be able to, or she
No,
starts putting in the
and that
effort
might
like
have
she used to do
right.
before they got married
And
and stuff.
well, that might have been his situation. But I made more money than it might have been Jonathan. I worked in corporate.
Uh,
I made more money than my husband. But it
yeah,
all went into the same account. All the bills were paid out of everything. And so it did not matter. It didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to him. What mattered was that we continue to grow. And that's what we did.
mhm,
We grew,
exactly.
spiritually, emotionally, financially, we grew. Lovingly, we grew. And it wasn't that separation. Okay, Brittany, is is this the point of this video to teach us not to lust or to accept lust? It's okay.
It's okay to I'm just saying, don't let it override your judgment. That's all.
Nobody can teach you anything. We can only tell you our own experiences. We can only tell you our own thoughts. But at the end of the day, it's you and that other person. So you're grown. Do you protect your heart, protect yourself, and
Exactly.
enjoy life? Simple. Do you,
Okay, Brittany
Asia?
said you didn't look at them and say, I want to take them to bed. You look at them and say, you're attractive. Thinking they look good doesn't mean you want them sexually.
Right.
Um, well, for a man, I mean, a man knows he don't even have to like you to want to sleep with you. So, I mean, when he
But
first
every
sees you,
man
he
don't
knows
want
that
to sleep with every woman that he thinks is
you're.
pretty.
Exactly.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, sure,
Every
sure.
man doesn't want to sleep. I mean,
Oh
wait a minute.
no, of
Let me
course
say this:
not.
whether he
Of course
wants
not.
to or
You want
not.
to be in,
That's I'm not. I'm
you
not going to say that.
want to be
Every
in that
man
box.
doesn't try to sleep with every woman that he assumes is
Yeah,
pretty. You think they
exactly. Of course
do?
not doing it. No, of
Huh?
course not. Of course not. Nah, of course
Jonathan, that shake to the head and that thing to the side you got going on tells me the course not might be yeah.
not. I'm glad you know
Because well,
observe
then
my
let me
body
say
language.
this: every guy that I find attractive, I don't want to sleep with him. I just think he's attractive. Even if my mind slightly goes in that angle, I'm not gonna, make that advance to look, guy, I want to sleep with you. You're so fine, you're so attractive. He might even be a jerk. He might be a serial killer, a child molester. We don't even know each other to share a bed or share a moment. But I can look at him and actually say, wow, he's a nice looking guy. And I'm sure guys do that too. Hi, Richard. Okay. You lust over what you want.
Remy said to Terrence, a lot of women also want their men to take the leadership role, but a lot of men are not capable of doing that. And also, sometimes men feel some type of way about a woman making more money. The woman probably does not care, but the man in his kind feels he is being dominated by the woman. So that is not always true. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Well,
true.
then that is true with some people. It just wasn't true with me. Okay. And so if it's not true with me, then there's other people like me, and it's not true with them.
Exactly.
A ladder is climbed together. When you feel like the only way you can get up that ladder is if this man takes you, you might not ever get up. A ladder is climbed together. Sometimes she pushes him up forward. Sometimes he have to push her up forward. But you got to get to the top at the same time. So if you're worrying about who puts the most money in the bank account, you're gonna have a situation. Whether it be at home, whether it be mental, whether it be whatever, you're gonna have a situation. Avoid it, and tell
Yeah.
yourself you are 18. Wait a minute, Brittany. You lust over what you want to and when you want to. That's a sin. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. If I see a nice looking guy and my feelings are feeling some way, I'm not feeling sinful. I don't clutch my purse or all of a sudden cover my chest. I don't Brittany, no sweetie. That's fine if that's the way you feel because that's you have to account for you. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of women out there don't feel like they're sinning because they see a nice looking guy and mentally and physically they can actually feel that lust. What part of it is human? So when you do that, do you think that's not human?
He said
Let me
lusting doesn't
see.
apply to everybody. I mean, it does apply to everybody. You think about it.
Right.
Some factor it does.
That's okay, sweetie. Brittany, if it's your sin, you wear it. That's your sin. Wear it. It's just not mine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I appreciate the lesson. I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the words. Hi, Cynthia. But it's not my sin. Hey, Asia. Wade, lust is a stronghold. If you allow it to be, food could be a stronghold. Cigarettes, stronghold. Alcohol, stronghold. Anything that you indulge in could be a stronghold. If you're indulging in lust, not a good idea. That, Brittany, may be a sin if you indulging in it.
Hold on. Brittany
Asia says she's
said,
right. Lust wears off, yeah. And lust wears off, and
uh,
sometimes it wears off and turns into nothing. Sometimes it turns into sex. Sometimes it turns into love. Hey, Wade, Keisha Wade. Brittany, we should stay away from lusting. It opens doors for the enemy. What enemy? I completely agree.
hey,
We should not use lust as an excuse to cover up the behavior. Your behavior is intentional, and that intention, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Behavior, you run across different hurdles that are uncalled. Hmm.
no, Nina said,
Yeah.
hold on. Nina said, men are visual creatures. I've had too many conversations with men that say most women who are not related fit into categories, wish to tap list or done tap list. Women are attracted to men, but don't always want to sleep with them. Yeah, that's true. What's your thoughts about that?
I'm sorry. Please say it again, Jonathan. I'm still trying. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, men are visual creatures. I've had too many conversations with men that say most women who are not related fit into two categories: wish to tap or done tap list. Women are attracted to men, but don't always want to sleep with them. What's your thoughts about
Women are
that?
attracted to men, but don't always want to sleep with them. Correct. But that's
Yeah,
natural, isn't it?
yeah, that's
I
natural.
mean, that's human. We're not, robots. We're human. Brittany, God will place the right person at the right time. Amen, Brittany. Hi, Tanya. Wait, Keisha. Lust breaks boundaries. Hmm. Okay. And Yana. Uh-oh. No men, people be in their 50s lying. No men, people be in their 50s lying. What? Explain. Hey, Asia, Remy.
No, I
Why they
remember you
laugh?
talking about earlier. You said something about lying, about like what do men lie and stuff like that. And they're basically saying people in their 40s, 50s, they lie still. So what do you mean about men not lying and stuff? Men do it all the time. What's
Men
going
and
on,
women
Belinda?
lie.
Yeah,
Men,
that's true.
women, uh, coaches, teachers, judges, presidents. Men and women lie. I'm never going. I can't. You
Uh-oh.
can't erase. You can't erase. Put everybody under. That's why I say it's important not to put everyone under the same umbrella. So please know that I'm not putting everyone under that umbrella. All yeah, men, women of all ages lie. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Uh-oh.
Jonathan.
No, my fault. But no, like I said, if I were just lusting, like I said, like I said, it's okay to find another opposite sex attractive. That's what makes us bond together. Even if you're in a relationship, there's always got to be some kind of boundaries. Like, but it's okay. You see somebody walking past, and you kind of take a quick glance. Like that's just natural, for men and women. Or even if you at the dinner table, you see a waitress, it's just all about how you come at the person.
Right. I like what Remy said. A lot of men want us to follow, but they have no plan. Right. And those are the
Exactly.
guys
Don't
who
don't follow a man without a vision. Don't follow a man without a vision.
or
Don't put
even
no.
even sit down and put a vision together. You know what I'm saying? As two, as one. Two people sit down, actually put a vision together. And you guys go for that vision as one. So yeah, I would definitely not follow someone who isn't bringing what they need to bring to the table.
It's all
Mm.
about, y'all need to have like a vision board too. That's important too. Don't follow nobody that don't have no kind of vision, no kind of pathway, don't have no kind of blueprint, you know. So people
Right.
gotta be cautious about that too, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, like this preacher said, God went on the other side of the world to find him a wife, so we are not limited. Okay, Brittany, you're only as limited as what you believe your worth is. Correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct. Dawn, just as things come naturally. I like that, Dawn, and you should. You should allow things come naturally, but it's nothing wrong with actually pursuing as well, or at least checking out, opening up a door, you know, open a conversation and see where that conversation may lead. Oh, okay, I'm way behind because now I'm at okay. Let me
Now,
see,
Melinda
Britt.
said, I agree on one accord. That's how a relationship has to be equally yoked. Yeah, you gotta have similar core values, core needs and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. You're right. 100% right.
Yeah, you just
So a
can't
lot
just
of
be looking at a person's body. You got to look like I said, look at the man character, look at her character, look at y'all have the same morals and same outlook in life, you know.
yeah, exactly. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, Terrence, facts. We build each other up. 100%. And that's what I've been saying for the last 2 or 3 days. It's a teamwork. You build each other up. Even though I would allow a man to lead the way, as long as we're going in the right direction, ladies, as long as we're going in the right direction, guys, I think that it's nothing wrong with a woman allowing the man to lead the way. But at the end of the
Yeah, but
day,
don't
you
be
have
a
to be a team.
yeah, but don't be a dictator. Don't be a narcissistic man. Like do it my way and not open for suggestions. You know,
Right.
leadership isn't a dictatorship.
Right. Hi, Glock. Best relationship advice. Do what works best for your relationship. Also, find somebody who shares the same values. Yes, yes. Who is Remy? Yes. 100%. Girl, we on the same page. We're on the same page. You find someone who has the same values, not only the same values, but the same interests. You have to be able to do things together. You have to be able to go places together. And you have to be able to love together. So I agree. It
Okay,
depends on
Melinda
Brittany.
said,
Go ahead.
and without God, we are nothing. You have to pray together. Prayer changes everything. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah, I do. I do. A family that prays together stays together. I have a plaque like that on my wall.
Oh
The
yeah,
family
amen,
that
amen to
prays
that.
together stays together. And I 100% believe that. Let me see. So we have Brittany again. It depends on how you view things. You can look at them and find them attractive, but don't find yourself visually sex. Right. Visualizing sex. 100. That's what I was saying, Brittany, all along. I said that all along. That's what it is. Y'all skipping comments, read them together. All right, Brittany, thank you. We'll start doing that forward, right, Jonathan? The show.
Yeah,
Jonathan?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
We
okay.
work on that.
Terrence says there's no such thing as sins. Terrence, that's not true. Stop it. Stop it, Terrence. Stop it.
No,
Hey,
he's an
Amy.
atheist.
Oh, that's all right. He can be who he want to be. If we all have to account for ourselves. I don't even judge Terrence. If he's an atheist, that's what he wants to be. I hope he finds another atheist to keep that going for himself, because if he gets with a Christian, it's gonna be something else going on.
Oh
But
no.
he's entitled to be who he wants to be. Hi, Dior. Brittany, the enemy is Satan. Okay, Brittany. Precious. Hey, hey, Precious. Anaya, LOL. I didn't put a comma. Okay. Sorry. I'm late. Hey, everyone. Jonathan Melendez here. She said hello.
Oh hey, what's going on, Melinda? How you doing?
I put man, people. Oh, okay, okay, okay. It's a generalized statement. I got you, girl. I got you. I agree that on one accord. That's how a relationship has to be equally yoked. Okay, we are all. A lot of us are on the same page with this thing. Okay.
Well,
I
when
heard
we
what I
talk about how when I talk about as far as how lusting and how sex can kind of cloud your judgment of somebody.
Yeah, it can if that's what you allow it to do. But you're not supposed to allow it to do that. Lusting,
No,
just
what I mean by that is that a lot of people are being in a toxic relationship just because he or she giving them good sex, and it's like, but you're ignoring him, ignoring you or beating up on you or disrespecting you and not taking time for you or vice versa. So talk about that too. Because the sex
I
is
wish
good,
a brother
it kind of
would put his
it
hands on
overrides
me.
everything. A lot
I
of
wish a brother would. I'm just saying. Yeah, but you getting all that confused. But a lot of that is due to lack of self worth,
so
Jonathan. You have because you have to feel like you worth more. You have to feel women and men. In a relationship, you have to feel like you deserve. Excuse me, deserve the best. You, I don't care if you don't have two nickels to rub together. It has nothing to do with finances. It has to do with how you're being treated, and you deserve the best. And you don't demand it, expect it. And if it's
oh,
not,
Melinda,
uh-oh.
Melinda said it will can cause you to lust someone and think it's love. So talk about that as far as people can mix in love as opposed to lust. Talk about that for a second.
Okay, we're going to talk about that for a second because we spoke on it.
What's going on, Bishop, Helena, Denise? Talk about that. How people confuse the two, what love is and what lust is. You lusting over somebody as opposed to you loving somebody. Break that down for me in the audience.
Yeah, well, back to what Melinda. I've been there. I've done that, and I get it, girl. We probably all have been there and done that before. I think that because I'm 54 years old. I'm up in age. I can actually feel like the difference. I would never allow lust to confuse itself with love. Now, maybe at a young age, yeah. But at the age I am now, no. And we shouldn't be. And that comes from experience. That comes from dating. That comes from relationships. That comes from expectation for yourself. When you're younger, you're so new to it and you get lost in it. But somewhere along the line, you're supposed to grow. And when you find that growth and you find yourself, it's an amazing feeling. It really, really, really is. And no one can take it. Hey, tell it, girl. I'm 46. Well, guess what, girl? It's time to wake up. Because things are going to change. And you're going to want those changes. And now you're hearing someone telling you about those changes. If he's not good for you, let it go. You don't need it. You don't have to have it. You're at the point in life when you should be enjoying it. If he's not talking vacation, yeah, let it go. If all he's talking about is him, and what he's going to do, and me, and mine, and woman, you're a woman, and you're a second, hand citizen type, man, let that turkey go. You don't need it. And put your high heel shoes on and enjoy life. Don't let anyone in try any guy or guys don't let any female take your joy. Oh, I'm not giving my joy to anybody. Now, somebody can come and make me happy, and I guarantee I'm gonna make them happy right back in a solid relationship. But
Amen. Amen.
I'm not gonna allow some, guy to come and all of a sudden walk in and ask for my joy. I'm not giving it up like that.
Exactly.
Okay, so,
Let nobody come into your kingdom or your queendom and wreak havoc
right,
because
right.
you got to have better
So,
self worth, love yourself more, and you feel like you feel like a lot of people they lusting over somebody because they feel like they're missing somebody. They're not waiting on
yeah, that's what
the
it
person
is.
they love them.
Hmm. And that's what it
And like
is.
I said
But I
before,
guarantee you, if you meet someone and you aren't so overly excited that you're in a relationship, oh, you calling them every day and where you at, and Let it go. If you meet someone and give them space, you take space. Be able to not rush, but to go slow. And if that person is interested, whether he or she, they will pursue slightly. Don't get a slight pursuit confused with that cray cray that calls all day, all night, texts all day. What you doing? Who you with? What? No, we don't need to do that. We're way too grown for that. So don't mix lust, sex, and relationship and friend. Don't mix all that stuff together. They don't work. You can't. Melinda, that the feel of lust is a MF. Ooh,
Yeah,
tell it, girl. I'm 46. Yes, girl. Yes.
Nia said, "You don't look 54 now. I see why you speak the way you do. I love it. Younger women need to hear you." Yeah, amen. But
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, girl. It's just truth. Sometimes we have to share with each other. We as women have to share with each other. And a lot of times we as women don't like what the next person is really saying. But if you look at it and you hear it, it is only my point of view, but my point of view don't put us in the back. My point of view don't put us down. If you notice, I'm really not putting the guys down. I'm just trying to tell the guys what it is we as female like, and I'm trying to tell the female what it is that they don't have to accept. But I'm also telling both, get out there and find, and feel free to date. Get out there and don't allow the last heartbreak to dictate who you are or where you're going. It doesn't have to be that way. God has given us a life. He's given us both sex to enjoy one another, not only physically, but mentally. And mental, that's way bigger than physical. But physical is important. We can't act like that it's not. It is. But the mental status is more than anything that you could ever imagine.
emotionally too, spiritually, well, that's important too.
Hmm. Okay, so let's see. We love it, love it, love it. So let Remy agree because time is precious. Don't waste it on people who. Thank you, Remy. You know what? I like this show. You're right. Why waste it? You know immediately if this is gonna be a waste of time. Cut it short. Be honest,
No, but y'all
and
gotta,
let it
for
go.
women, y'all gotta do better for your intuition though. Y'all be knowing man ain't about nothing with y'all, so you wanna that you can
There you
change
go
them,
with the
thinking
y'all,
that
Jonathan.
I'm
Some.
gonna
That's the
say the
same.
ones that it apply to. It apply to,
Right.
let it
Thank you.
apply
I
to, let it
appreciate
apply. But
that, some. And what we do with that, some, Jonathan, you continue to talk to the brothers and the sisters. I'm going to continue to talk to the brothers and sisters. We share. We share. We remind. We remind them that of their worth. And
yeah.
it might not click today. It may click 2 years down the road, but don't be afraid to say. Don't be afraid to say to that guy or that girl that you see going through some craziness in a relationship that they're worth more than what they're going through. Don't be afraid. Hi, cousin Cheryl. I love you. Okay. Yes, most women are more into bashing and than uplifting. Right. And we don't need to bash each other. Heck, we all been there. We all been in crazy love before. I didn't stay long because I don't have a good tolerance when it comes to cray cray. Because I want to enjoy. I want to love, love, love. Not make love, but love, love, love life.
No, but talk
And
about as far as as far as people just stay in a relationship, as far as just because you got that lustful spirit in you, but it's not actual love. You don't
right,
have you know spend all this time together, but it's like you really see it's not going nowhere, but it's like you don't want to leave. But it's not love, but it's more so of a physical, more just of a lustful spirit, and it's not actual love. We just speak
if,
on that for
if you
for a second.
right, if you're in a relationship and all you see is that lustful spirit, you have to leave because it's not going to change. People will do to you what you allow them to do. If I'm coming to your place every day and you are allowing me to, something simple, do my laundry every day, I'm gonna come every day because that's what I'm being allowed to do. Men and women do to each other what that other partner allows them to do. And
Exactly.
you have to be able to use your voice and say I don't like it. You have to be able to use your voice and say can we talk about it? Use your voice, ladies, and say can we, make us a change? Let's fix the problem. Use your voice, speak up. Don't just see the problem and brush it under the rug and act like, oh, he'll be okay because he loved me. Girl,
No,
no.
yeah, nah, that man's in lust with you. You know, I don't love you. Because a man love you, he ain't gonna sit there and disrespect you, call you out your name, and disrespect your crown on your head.
Never.
You know, ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna go out there and cheat
Right.
on you. You know, he ain't gonna do that. Because man, if he in love with you, he ain't gonna sit there and cheat. He gonna have a whole bunch of women and stuff. Because he respect you. He respect your marriage or your relationship. He's not gonna have all that, the need for all that. You know.
Exactly.
So when they
Miss
when they say can a man when they post the question like can a man cheat and still love his woman or his wife, I gotta go with no because you love somebody you ain't gonna allow them to see you in that light. You're not gonna disrespect them in that light, you know.
and you're partially right because if you well listen, Jonathan, listen.
That ain't
If
no
you really,
partially right.
Jonathan, will you let me explain? If you
No, I
really
won't.
love somebody, Jonathan, listen. It's just not your world and it's not my world, but I've seen this world. If you really love someone, you don't cheat. But there are people out there who really love their significant others. But whatever it is that isn't happening at home forces them to lust. And Jonathan, I
Oh
know a
no.
guy. Wait a minute. Look, his woman
It's
gives him
different when
relate. Look,
guys see you see this this
like your older guests be saying relationships. His woman gives him sex maybe once or twice a month. A month. Once or twice a month. There's no medical reason why she shouldn't be giving him more than that once or twice a month, but it's happening. What at that point in time, whether it be a girl or a guy, how many years of that do you think that person can go through before they see someone that they're attracted to and think, I could get away with this? And that's based on lust, has nothing to do with love. They don't love that person, but their body is yearning for that affection. It's not
mm,
right. It's not right. But does it happen? Yeah, mhm, it does. Has nothing to do with
finish
love. It's strictly with lust. They don't want
finish.
to
You know,
marry
I'm
that person.
about to come
They're
back and
not
ask
getting
you, you
ready
know,
to
I'm about to come
leave
back
that
and ask
person. They're not getting ready to move in with that person. They want to get that off of them so they can continue with life. It happens. I have to
oh
ask Miss
no.
Moore. We are not uh, psychics. You're right.
Oh no,
Who
I'm about
told you
I
we
gotta
had
do
this
not
power? Where
first
does
this
this power come from? What power, Miss Moore, elaborate. Hi, Marie, Remy. I think we put
intuition.
out, huh?
I
Go
think you
ahead.
talk about a woman's intuition and stuff.
Mhm.
But I wanted no, but
Read,
I wanted to counter what you said about a man or woman cheating
read
on
it.
somebody.
Read it,
Read
Jonathan.
what? Read what now?
Remy, I think we put our intuition aside to give men
Oh, okay, yeah,
a
I can read
chance.
that. I think we put our
Okay.
intuition aside to give a man a chance. Is that because we like intuition? Is we don't listen to it because let's all be real. Women are told to give a man a chance, then she gets ridiculed. She is told to follow her intuition. She's seen difficult and stuck up. Damn if she do, damn if she don't. Yeah, you're right about that. But you got to have your own mindset of who you are as a queen to not
Right.
deal with
You
BS
do
because
do
people are going to talk. If you stay with a person, you leave early. So his best judgment is what you feel inside your heart, and whether you stay or you leave that person
right.
because people going to talk
And
regardless.
to
So
right. And to Remy, I say, do you boo? Yeah, that intuition kicks in. You might do something crazy, and you're like, okay, let me
that's
see
pretty
how far
mad,
this goes.
bro.
Hang
Y'all
out
pretty
just a little bit
mad.
more. But hey, you know what, Remy? Use this method. 3 strikes, you're out. Okay? If he continues to show you things that you know you're not into, things that you don't like, it's okay to give him a couple of chances, but don't set it shouldn't take 12 years for, like it does for some women. It shouldn't even take two. It shouldn't.
Yeah, that's why I
Hi,
said
Freddie.
about the whole core values and stuff. You gotta have principles, rules, and standards. Just like you go to any kind of employer, they have rules, tasks. Like I said in the last video, you know, what time you can come to work, what time you go on your break, what time you eat lunch, etc. So, you know, work
Right.
performance. You gotta have a similar qualification list when you're evaluating people, men and women.
You're right.
And like I said in the last video, know when to put that pink slip out. Call the person in the office, like, look, you know, you're no longer needed, and learn to walk away and find somebody else to fill that position. If the person's not qualified or he can't maintain the position, you gotta find somebody else. You know.
Right. Sure. Sure. I agree with that 100%. 100.
Okay, Remy said there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. Some people only look at sex as a physical act. Some people, it is emotional. So I have to say, you can love someone and still cheat. I disagree with that, but
Mm. Yeah, well, elaborate, Jonathan. Tell us why do you disagree?
because I mean, I don't really feel like you love somebody, you're gonna cheat on them. And then you talking about is a woman not giving a man sex. I mean, a man gonna cheat just because he's feeling some type of way in that moment, like you know. But I feel like if you have self control, self discipline, you're not going to cheat on
For
your
how
significant
long?
other.
How long you need that self-control, that self-discipline? How long are you expecting him to have
But
that
if
self-control, that
you gotta look at it
self-discipline?
like whether y'all are the incubator. So wherever we're pouring into you guys, what we're gonna most likely receive back. So if you're not giving us sex and we're in a relationship, that means what am I not depositing into you? What am I not taking you? Am I not taking you on dates? Am I not having movie night? Am I not having am I not reading to you? I'm not watching videos with you. I'm not holding your feet. I'm not cuddling with you. I'm not. What am I
Giving you
not
sex,
doing?
if I'm not giving you sex.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for a woman not to give a man sex, it's like, what is the man not doing for her to feel comfortable for her not to feel sexually attracted to him or not want to have sex? It's a
She
reason.
might not be comfortable within herself. She may have put
Well,
on a few pounds. She may be depressed. She may be
but
exhausted from working
that's what me
outside
and
of the
Coach Ron
home,
was saying
coming
in
home,
that video.
cleaning up, tending to the kids. There's a lot of reason as to why it could be
But
going
that's
on.
what I was. That's what me and Coach Rob was saying in the last video. Though it doesn't matter if she gains weight. It doesn't matter what she's going through. If you love this person, you're not going to cheat on that person because you got to understand you're going to go through the ups and downs, but you're not going to allow that to ruin your marriage or your relationship because of your lust over somebody else. You know, because what
That's
is that
not
going
what
to
it's
do when
not.
you
It's,
going out there? Okay, we
mm-mm,
agree to
mm-mm.
disagree. You know.
No, listen. I'm
We
not
agree to
saying that.
disagree.
It,
I don't really feel if
listen.
you a man. I mean, I can see from a man's point of view. You know, like I don't
Okay,
feel
and
like you gonna cheat
I'm
on
not
your wife.
saying because you lust behind someone else. I
But
said, what
I would
what
have enough
would
self-respect
make
not.
a man go behind another female, even though he loves the one he has at home, even though he loves her dearly? What would make him go behind another female? Lack of intimacy is one of the things that would make him go behind another female. How long? And I'm not talking about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm talking about months. Let's go far as saying years. Let's say you married. You got this beautiful woman laying next to you, beautiful. And for some reason, she doesn't want intimacy with you. But you're holding tight because you love her dearly and you're not sure what it is that's making her feel this way. And you try to get her to talk about it. It's not happening. And then all of a sudden you're at a grocery store and this beautiful woman happens to notice you and your mind would automatically go into a lust stage, especially if you're not getting it at home.
No, no, not Jason, not me. I was maybe the
Well,
next
you need
man,
to
but not
talk to
me.
your brother, because your brothers be on Facebook talking about it all the time. Hey,
No,
Cheryl.
I have
Hey,
self
Miss
control
Covington.
for myself and the person I'm with. I don't need to do all that. It's not needed because, like I said, that lust is gonna be temporarily. I still got to go home and be with her. So
Right.
what am
And you
I
don't want
doing?
to lose her. You don't want her to
Exactly.
leave.
Why I put
You
myself
want
in
her to
that
still
position?
stay there. So, so you saying you can lay next to a beautiful woman for? I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna say you're gonna lay next to her for 2 months, the love of your life, but she's not giving you any sex, Jonathan. How long you think
Saying,
you're gonna be able to hold on?
hey, if
No
she got my
need to act
last
like a
name,
robot.
if she is
There's no
Mrs.
need to act like
Collier,
a robot.
then it's lifetime. If she has my last name, she has my ring, my commitment, then yes, I can go without months. That's cool. You Mrs. Collier, you can have any treatment you want, but you got to be Mrs. Collier first. You got to have that ring on your finger. You know, that's it. I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
just saying,
Jonathan,
nah.
look, Remy said something. Also remember
Uh-oh,
women
what'd you
not
say?
getting sex is not
No.
always because something is wrong with her. True. She could possibly not be satisfied with their sex life as well. Sex itself and a lack of affection, intimacy. Oh, I can't intimacy. I have to push the button. Where is it? Where is it? Lack of etc. can be a problem. Yes, as a society, especially in our community, lack of sex is not an issue. The quality of sex is an issue. Well, girl, let me tell you this, and I'm gonna let Jonathan have a piece of that. But I got
Uh-oh.
um.
Oh, let me get my
Well, I
slice.
mean,
Let me get my slice, please.
I'm gonna let you get yours, Jonathan. I'm gonna let you
Okay,
get
fine,
yours. Wait a
fine,
minute.
fine, fine, fine.
Remy, girl. If you really love someone and the quality of the sex isn't where you want to be, then girl, get ready to teach. It's nothing wrong with telling a guy what it is that you want in the bedroom. Absolutely nothing. And vice versa. And and guys and girls, when your significant other tell you these things, try. Try it, or try something similar to it. Be spontaneous. you know Try those things. Those things hold relationships together. They hold marriages together. Why are you waving? Okay.
Okay. Can I go on? I'm free to go on live and talk about the subject. All right. So you said sex itself is not. It's a lack of affection, intimacy can be the problem. As a society, especially in our community, lack of sex is an issue. I mean, I feel like you have to teach your partner. That's why I said, as far as knowing your body, as far as your partner. That's why I said about love languages, and the same thing about learning each other's sexuality, like what turns them on, what pushes them, what turns them off, etc. And that's part of knowing your spouse, because if you know your spouse, then quite naturally you should learn how to please each other, and it shouldn't be nobody shouldn't be unsatisfied.
Right.
If you, like I said, you love somebody, and trust me, you're going to make the time to learn. And if he's very very hot headed, he doesn't want to listen, and it got to be his way, and he can't take criticism, then he doesn't really love you, because a man's gonna take the time to get criticism. Like, okay, cool, I could have done this better. Cool. He's not gonna yell. He's not gonna scream at you. He's not gonna be like mosh you like I'm tearing it down. He's really not. So he's gonna take criticism and take feedback as well.
Hey, cousin. My cousin says Cheryl Bonaparte Lake.
Yeah,
Bonaparte.
the egos too. Yeah, he gonna put the ego to the side, the pride to the side, and say, yeah, I need to learn this. I need to learn how to please my woman, and either he gonna take it or he not, and that tells you right there if he wants to be with you or not. If he doesn't care about your sexual needs, he's Not worry about if you come or you have your orgasm first, then that's not the man you need to be with. So, you know,
Nothing
that's just
wrong with
Jay.
having an
See, stop.
orgasm first. If he has an orgasm first, that this means he has to go back to work. He's not off the job yet.
Oh, hey,
He can. Oh,
look. I
come
mean, that's.
on. He can have that orgasm first. That's okay. But the job is not finished until the
Well, see, a
job is
lot of
finished.
times guys we tend to like fall asleep. You're like, I'm good.
Huh? Well,
A lot of
you know
guys tend
what,
to fall.
Jonathan? She doesn't need to allow you to get yours first then.
I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about generally
I'm just
speaking. I
saying
ain't talking about generally
anybody.
speaking.
Okay,
I'm talking
okay.
about generally
Hypothetically
speaking.
speaking, he should not be allowed to go first. He could go first, but he has to
Women gotta go
finish.
first. Women gotta go first though. Nah.
Are you kidding me?
Women, women first, ladies first, etc. So you gotta get hers first.
You guys heard Jonathan. Why am I freezing?
Uh-oh.
Cheryl says, glad you feel you're so disciplined, but it happens every 10 seconds. And I think she's speaking in reference to that lust thing we were talking about.
I'm
You're right,
good.
Cheryl.
I've been in a few. Like I said, I've been long distance, so it's like you gotta know how to. If you love somebody, trust me, you're not gonna step out, like, or you're not gonna step out. You're not gonna cheat. So it's it naturally, but not every individual has the type of mindset I have. So
Right. But
you know, it's
Jonathan, that
fun.
was a decision you and that person made together, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In
And
that
like I
long
said,
distance relationship, that was something that you made together. I'm speaking in reference when one partner is not in agreement with that, but yet they love the
y'all not
partner that
equally
they with.
yoked. Y'all don't have similar core values. Then.
The core values change within a relationship, Jonathan. Life change, love change, lust change, people change. You grow. So whatever you valued when you got married at 21, you don't have those same values at 31. And what you valued at 31, you don't value at 41, and et cetera, et cetera. So the core value actually changes as you grow. And sometimes women don't want to be sexually active. Some women actually prefer their husband go out, believe it or not. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But there are women out there who really don't want to have sex and don't mind if their significant other finds it elsewhere as long as they remember that the love is at home. I mean,
I don't know about all that because you do got
I'm not asking
a lot
you.
of
I'm
stuff.
telling you it's real. I promise you, it's real. It's real. For
I would
whatever
just
reason.
there's too much out. There's just a lot of stuff out here. You trying to step out on your wife and stuff,
What a lot of stuff.
like diseases and stuff. I don't understand.
Jonathan. Man, people, grown folks, real grown folks, first of all, they have protective sex. And the real grown folks, if they have enough time, somebody need to go get a doctor's note. Things have changed. Things aren't like they used to be. If you're gonna make that type of decision, you have to make sure you're safe. You can't make, and that's at all times. But I know people don't, but at all times you do.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was saying. Though not everybody's honest
yeah,
in that
that's right.
situation.
Teach each other
You're like,
less
okay,
about
well, I'm cool with you going out there with other women, but you know, you don't know what he's gonna bring back to you. So you know, why have that open? You know what I mean? Especially
Okay.
them guys in an open relationship. But like I said, to each his own. That's what they
Yeah, that's a
choose to do.
different open relationship. Okay. I know a guy whose wife was extremely ill for many years, many, many years. She allowed him to go out and take on a sexual partner. But that man stayed with his wife those many, many years, even down to her deathbed. He never left. He never left. So there are situations where a man or a woman will give permission for that other person to continue living life. It's real. I promise you I wouldn't lie to you. Some people are not teachable, especially men and their egos. So somebody is not capable. Then who was that? Remy. Remy? Girl, look me in the eyes. They got to go. If they can't satisfy you and you giving them directions over and over and over and over and over again, it's going to damage the relationship. Jonathan, it's going to
Right.
damage the relationship.
Exactly.
You know,
Like I
sex
said,
is not the most important part, but sex
mm,
is important because it
I
entwines the
know I agree.
body. Jonathan, it's nothing more than too important than two people who love each other to allow their bodies to entwine as one, to find pleasure in each other. It's important. Okay,
Okay.
you guys tell me, is sex important or not? I mean, I'm not saying it's at the top of the list, but I'm saying sex is a priority. Ask your guy friends. Ask them, yo, guy, go, man. Tell me, you think you could be in a relationship for a year and no sex? After you have to pull the smelling salt out to wake them back up, they're going to tell you no. You can't be in a relationship for all those years and have absolutely no sex. No.
Bishop said yes.
Hi, Mo. Shirley, what about emotional infidelity? What about that? Good one, cuz. What about emotional infidelity? Jonathan, you talk about
What
it.
you mean? What you mean? What you mean? Emotional infidelity. What you mean by that?
By being cheating emotionally.
Oh, I mean, I think that's worse than physical, but to each his own. I feel like it's worse.
Really?
Yeah, because physical is just the act. Emotional is, you texting and you.
Okay, I see. It takes heart, it takes mind, it takes focus,
Yeah,
it
it's your
takes
mind, your soul. The physical is just like pleasing a woman is more than just physical. It's getting between her mind, getting up here as opposed to down there. So
right.
yeah.
And I see Bishop Harold saying, teach this lady. He doesn't get it. No.
Well, I'm trying to learn though.
It
I'm
takes
trying to taking
longer.
notes and stuff. I'm trying to learn.
Menopause, son, it's hell. Been there, lack of sex. Poor Bishop. They're things. But, and that's why I speak to a lot of women too. We have to be able to remember that when our husbands or that significant other taps us on the shoulder, it's okay to roll over. It really is. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And guys, the same thing. If a girl your woman taps you on the shoulder, get it right, get it tight. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Jonathan, it's
I'm about that.
PG
See, like if
13.
a dude
I
playing,
see other
I'm gonna
girls
play
say,
my Madden, my 2K, and watching my Falcons play. Then I mean, hey, I'm just messing.
brother,
I'm just messing.
a real woman knows how to
I
take
couldn't
that
game. I'm
attention
just
off
messing
of
with you.
all of that. That's minor. That's an
I'm just
easy
messing
work.
with you.
Give me
I'm just
something
messing.
bigger. Give me
I'm just messing.
something bigger. That's an easy work over.
I'm just
Then if
messing with you.
okay, so I Wanda, she's telling the truth. Thank you, Wanda. Everybody isn't saved, even church people. Thank you, Wanda. Chill, don't leave. That's another show. We'll talk later, girl. Wanda, right? It's real. Bishop Allen, James Allen, yes. Listen, Jonathan. Wanda said, "Listen, Jonathan. Linda, Linda, Linda. Listen,
Uh-oh.
listen, Jonathan. It is important and it's something you need to discuss before marriage. Yes, yes. James Allen in the mind. What is? Oh, that's his name, Bishop James in the mind. He's very shy. Who, Jonathan?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, girl. You know,
Uh-oh.
that time we get finished working him over, he'll be okay. We're gonna bring him
Yeah,
out.
I mean, you gotta give me that one little something going.
Is that Corin Dorsey? Let's see. Yes, but it's more to relationship. Oh, definitely just sex. More important, build the mental connection. 100%, Corinne. And that's what we said in the beginning. There are several different levels in a relationship. And I do believe that sex is that last level, but it is an important level. It is important of the 5 different levels within a relationship. You got it. It has to be said. It has to be done because I mean, if it's not important, Jonathan, then why do men go out and find it elsewhere? If it's not that important.
Because they keep talking because their eggplant between their legs is bigger than the head on their shoulder. That's why.
Well, guess what? Then that female living in their house next to them in that bed need to handle it.
Oh yeah, true. And vice versa.
Yeah, and
But it
vice versa.
doesn't, like I said, as far as just like I said earlier about cheating, she could be giving him amazing sex, but that's not going to stop a man from wanting other women. It's on himself to
Well, then
want to be
that's a
faithful.
dog, and you could tell dog because he's going to bark every time he takes a step. Rough, rough. We're not talking about dogs. We're talking about straight up men and the ones that are being faithful and the ones that are being committed to a relationship and what will drive them out to lust for other women. And the lack of sex will do that. Now, the guy who was, I don't care if you sleep with him 5 times a week, he's still going out them last 2 days and maybe some of them 5 days to go find it elsewhere. Or one or man or woman. That's something different. You're not going to be able to change that person. You don't. There's no way that love is going to change that person because that person loved themselves, and that's who
Yeah.
that person loves. If that person loved you, it wouldn't be that often. Wouldn't be that it
I'm
wouldn't
not,
be
I'm
all
not,
that
I'm not
deep.
saying it's not, I'm not saying it's not important. I just feel like a lot of people just put too much ties into it, and they don't really. They're probably like they're in lust and not like in love with that person, you know.
I agree with
So
you
I'm not
saying.
saying it's not important. I just say it's not as far as as far as the top priority because somebody I'm trying
No,
to be
it's
with.
not love, trust, honesty. Love, trust, honesty. What would be another? Uh, Before sex, maybe sex. Love, trust, honesty. There's something else I'm missing out of there. Um, Respect.
But
Love,
then, like, the
trust,
question is,
honesty,
though,
respect,
if you say
sex.
like sex is a big priority, then like, why is it like a turn off for a lot of women that a man go out there? A dude's like, okay, I just want to have sex. Well, it's like, oh my gosh, you just want sex, like you want to use me for my body. Like, why is that an issue to a lot of women if a dude just want
because
to have
it,
sex
it,
with
it because it, those women are looking for love and if they're willing to give you a little bit of themselves and all you're doing is take abuse grab always want then yeah she's going to open her mouth and she should and let you
Yeah,
know look
but it's like women, y'all fantasize about sex and romance a lot earlier than it was men. Y'all was the one buying the novels, the magazines and stuff. We didn't really, guys didn't really, I feel like they didn't really catch on to sex until like their puberty when they started their hormones and stuff. They started seeing images. That was like way before, way after the women started, playing with themselves and stuff. They used to watch all
I
these
know
movies
when
and
we
stuff.
start to see you
Me
sounding
too.
like
I
you
talk
sounding
to a
like
lot of
coach now
women.
you don't know when did we start playing with ourselves when
I'm just saying though, y'all started like earlier than men,
how do
especially
you
being
know
sexually active and
I
stuff.
raised boys. I raised boys, all boys. You think I
Yeah.
don't notice when the long showers came about? Did you think I didn't notice when the Vaseline had the big digs in it, or the lotion was getting gone extra quick, but your legs are still ashy? You think I didn't notice?
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, Wanda said most men love sex. That's the way they show love women are intimacy. Like I said, I mean, it's all about the intimacy. It's not always got to be about sexual with the woman. You know,
Yeah.
shallow. Okay, that's cool. Agree to disagree. That's fine.
Right.
Cool. I
Oh,
still know my
Bishop.
principle.
Bishop said you have female dogs too. Yep. Yeah. And if you listen, go back and listen, Bishop. I added them in. Sometimes I get carried away and I only pull one side, but guarantee anything that one side could do, the other side can do as
That's not
well.
how a man show love though. You don't. That's not how a man show love is through sex. No, that's how he
Uh-uh.
lusts for you.
You do show love.
Then why is that an issue? A man just want to have. You just said it's an issue. You want to be used for your body and stuff. But then why is that an issue? Man just said I just want to have sex. Why is that such an issue for a lot of women? You saying that love, a man equates love and sex. Why is that an issue for a lot of women?
Wait a minute. Let me re-say it. A man equates love and sex within a relationship with a woman, within a marriage with a woman. It's an issue for a lot of women who aren't married to these men or who aren't in a relationship with this man. That's the difference in between. And what I'm saying is to the women who are married or in these long-term relationships, a lot of time we as women stop having sex. I know someone right now hadn't had sex in 10 years. 10.
Oh, wow.
Right. Beautiful female. Would make an amazing catch. But she was hurt. She got hurt by a guy. Somebody that was in her life that was supposed to be there, you know, through thick and thin. She was hurt. So she hadn't had sex in 10 years. Excuse me. Excuse me. And I'm saying that, that's not something that we need to do or have to do. Let me see. Most men love sex. Oh, that's the way. Oh, we went through that, didn't we? I don't agree. You don't agree with what, Bishop? Oh, with you, Jonathan. Thank you,
Uh-oh.
Bishop. Jonathan. Oh.
That's all
That's
good.
all
Agree
right.
to
And
disagree.
it's just
I
our
stand up
point
my
of view,
piece.
guys.
I stand up my
None of us
principle.
have any big degrees in this subject, and we're speaking in reference to what we've seen or what we've heard or what we've experienced, and so it's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Agree, disagree, it's all good. It's all good. Just like Coach said in the last video, he said, I'm not gonna lose any ounce of sleep. That
Hmm.
was funny, but yeah.
Hmm. He was talking about me because I was saying stuff. He was like, I don't care if they disagree or not. I'm not losing any on sleep. If you'd have read on, I'd have told him I slept well too. I slept well too. And like I said with Coach, there's a lot of stuff he said I agree to. But my problem or my issue or my concern with Coach was he was speaking, why am I freezing? He was speaking from a woman's point of view without doing a survey of women to see if that's what they honestly believed. I mean, I don't know how many women come across his path, and there are probably many, and I don't know how many women that cross his path are maybe even celibate or so much in belief that they are not in any relationship and they're like sitting at home with their bonnets waiting for the perfect man to ring the door because that's where God's going to send them. Well, God may send that perfect man to some people's doors, but some people have to go to the grocery store. Some people go to your local Walmart. Some people go to church. Some people go to bingo. Some people go to the club. Some people go to work. These perfect men are all over the place. So we can't, cross those things out, and we can't just believe that we could sit in one spot and he or she is going to all of a sudden appear. And men do it too. Stop having sex. Hmm? Oh, do they? That's good to know, Bishop. Did you hear that, Jonathan? He said men too
I'm gonna
also
man
stop
cut
having
you
sex.
off. Nah, that's different. I feel like a man cut you off is basically getting
That was different.
basically maybe she gained some weight and or maybe he doesn't feel comfortable performing, etc. But I don't know about that.
You make it work. You find a way. When you love somebody, you make it work. In 27 years of marriage, you think
Yeah,
I didn't gain
or
weight?
maybe he was just in lust. He didn't really love
And
her and
guess
stuff.
what? He
He did
just
like
bust
that.
my
Maybe like
ass
like
even
the ideal
more.
of it.
He was if when you really love someone, those little things, those are minor. They're not big. You know, somebody might go bald. Somebody might go cross-eyed. Somebody eventually may need glasses. You know, somebody may have to replace teeth. It's never, there's going to be different things that's going on. You're going to change. But you're supposed to still love each other if you love each other. Those are not big factors. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
If a
because you want
man's
to
with
be
a
at the
woman
point where
and she's put
y'all
on 15 pounds and now he just can't sleep with her, then he's materialistic and he didn't love her anyway.
exactly because you want to be at the point where y'all in the hospital when she can't eat, you have to feed her, you have to bathe her, and vice versa. That type of love I'm looking for, you know.
Right. Look at Wanda said, right, right, yes. Bishop said, yes, that's right. Wanda said, lose his leg, yes. All those things are a possibility. Every last bit of it. Every last
Bishop
bit
said,
of it.
you know, when your woman has fibrosis and bleeding, you can't have sex.
No, you can't have sex, Bishop, but I don't know how old you are, but there's other things you could do. That's sexual. That's sexual. That's sexual. It's
Yeah,
true.
exactly,
I
exactly.
didn't say that with the other guy said, you know that word out there. I didn't say that.
Nah, nah, it is what it is.
But there's other things you can do. Life is going to throw you curves. It is. And when you love each other, you find a way around that curve together. You don't
Yeah.
just walk away and leave it. And you can't, you find a way around it. If he's not willing to have sex, the little blue pill's not working for him, he's got other things going on. Can you hear me, Jonathan?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear.
Okay, because I'm freezing up over here. Um, doesn't mean that she goes out and find it elsewhere. That means they find a different form of intimacy
Exactly.
because there's nothing like two people who love each other actually touching one another. It's a whole, I can't even explain that feeling. It's a feeling that's difficult to explain. And I'm talking about two people that love each other. Let me see, Bishop. Uh-oh, Bishop got something to say. Where is he at? Where is he at? Okay, Bishop, sure, sure it is. But when she's weak and sick, you wait. Yeah, you wait. You're right. And Jonathan, that goes back to you would say it. You know, you wait it out. You do. But I've known couples that, that has given permission, to take and I think that was more of them knowing that they were dying and wanted to think that this person was going to be okay because there was going to be someone to comfort him through that. And that actually took place. That person was there to comfort it, and
Hold
it
on, you
made the
froze up.
blow a little bit easier. Hmm? Hmm? You talking to
Yeah.
me?
No, no, I
What'd
said
you
you get
say?
froze up for a second. But yeah, you're right though.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I have it on the charger. All fibroids don't get in the way. It depends on the location of them. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
You're right. It depends on the location. But they need to be removed because we got to get busy. We're not going to let fibroids get in the way. They can be removed. Get them out the way, get busy. It takes place. I know how it did. It was taken. It has taken place. Hmm. Anyway, I thought it was just good to touch bases on a woman's point of view in lust, and I know that's where we started out.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own, and I respect the coach's point of view, and I'm hoping that if he listens to this, that he can respect mine, and we can agree to disagree. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. We're
Yeah.
talking two different lives, two different minds, and definitely two different sexes. So they're going to be different.
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot different, you know. But anyway,
He said a
you know,
lot
thank
different.
everybody for tuning in. Thank you for joining me tonight. And anybody y'all want to join me, y'all can. Just let me know. And anybody for watching, y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. If y'all have not done so, y'all have a good, safe, blessed night. Peace.